Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Time for some weather trivia real quick. So fronts, of course, a big part of our day today. We want to know which type of front moves the fastest on average. I feel like I may have asked this question before, and if I have, then you should already know the answer. Is it a cold front? The speed of a front is not actually known. A warm front or a stationary front? While you think about that, let's take a look at the camera at 7th and Range Line. Let me get out of the way of the light. And you can see the rain falling again in Joplin as it continues to overspread the area coming in out of Oklahoma. And here it is. Most of southeast Kansas already in this rain shower activity. More of it on the way, and even an embedded thunderstorm or two is possible. No strong or severe storms expected this morning, but it's going to be breezy. For Bourbon, Crawford, Cherokee counties, and all of southwest Missouri, wind advisories through 3 a.m. For everyone else, they run through 6 this evening because it's going to be, again, quite windy. We also have a low-end severe threat. And as you can see, tornado, hail, and wind risks are all highlighted. But I want to emphasize this overall threat is relatively low, but it's not zero. So we are keeping an eye on the possibility of redeveloping thunderstorms across southeast Kansas later today. In fact, we can show them on the future track. So we go through this morning. Heavy rain. Maybe a thunderstorm or two. Nothing severe this morning. We hover in the lower 50s. This activity continues as we go through the morning. By the time we get to the afternoon, we'll start to see some of that clear out. And as we do, that will allow us to start to warm into the mid-50s, get a little sunshine, little daytime heating in southeast Kansas, and it could be enough to set off redeveloping thunderstorms. A few of those could be strong to low-grade severe. So Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Parsons, Chanute, Yates Center, Independence, something to keep an eye on later today. And of course, we'll be keeping an eye on it as well. Once we hit about 6, 7 o'clock, all of that moves on out of the area, and we are going to be left with clear skies. This morning, I think, is when we're going to see the gustiest winds, where they're going to be pushing that 50 to 55 mile an hour range. However, through the rest of today, we're still going to see those gusts from 30 to 40, possibly even still peaking at 45 miles an hour. And even after the rain clears out, winds will still be gusting as we head into the evening hours and into the overnight as well. It won't be until early tomorrow morning that the winds begin to calm down before they get gusty again heading into tomorrow. We're looking at picking up anywhere from ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch, possibly even an inch of rain in some areas. So here it is, rain falling in Joplin on the MoDOT camera at 7th and Range Line. We're at 49 degrees. 44 is what it feels like right now. Lots of 40s out there, but some of us starting to warm up a bit. Say Neosho, Anderson, Miami, Grove, Veneta, even up to Chatopa, Parsons, we're in the 50s. We have 48 in Pittsburgh, 46 in Fort Scott, and 49 in Chanute this morning. As we go through the rest of the morning, we're going to have those heavy rain showers, maybe even an embedded thunderstorm or two, and temperatures hovering in the lower 50s. Heading into the afternoon, we get that break in the activity. We stay breezy, and then we'll watch the possibility of redeveloping storms across southeast Kansas. Heading for highs in the mid-50s, right around 56 in Joplin. Into tonight, aside from southeast Kansas, with those storms wrapping up about 6, 7 o'clock, we will start to clear out. We'll still be breezy down to a low of 41 degrees. Now, to the answer to our trivia question, which type of front moves the fastest on average? Well, if you happen to pick a cold front, you would be correct. There's their approximate speeds. Cold fronts move at about 20. Warm fronts move at about 15. Stationary fronts, of course, have little to no movement whatsoever. All right, up to 67 tomorrow, still a bit breezy. Then that's when we see that 40-some-odd degree drop down to 26. Light rain Wednesday night could translate into some light snow, especially in our northwestern counties. 35 on Thursday. Still cool Friday and Saturday, but as we head into the second half of the weekend and next week, temperatures will begin to warm up. We're back with more right after this.